Hi everyone. Hope you guys are doing great. Aroni Tende, and today we have a topic to talk about. We here to talk about the Dvlottery, DV 2025, probably. And if you have any question, you can come over. We discuss. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Who is there? So today we're talking about DV 2025 and DV 2024 plus DV lottery. If you have any questions, you can please bring it forward so we can discuss it. If you have anything which is bothering you about DV lottery, about America, we can discuss it right about now. Uh, Hope you guys are doing great. Whoever is here, you can say hi to me in the comment. Let's discuss. If you have any question, you can put it in the comments so we can talk about it. But at the moment, we are having DV 2024 in progress, and the upcoming one, DV 2025. I believe many people are waiting for results. That is DV 2025 results in the coming May. So, as we are waiting, we can talk about it. Uh, a lot is going on with DV Lottery. People are getting their interviews schedules. Some people are still waiting for DV 2024. Yes, we still have a few months to go. We are not bad off. The embassies are scheduling and people are getting their visas, though some of the people are getting denied. So today I would like to talk about DV 2025 as if a DV 2025, try to recall where you put your confirmation number so you can try to apply as soon as possible. As soon as you get results are out, you can put in and know your results if you're selected or not. Those will be selected to be good for you, and those who won't be selected, you can try again and again. So hi guys, I can see a few of you. I have my son here. Let me try to help him with the TV as we continue. Please type something. We talk about it. So as I was saying, hi Ivan East, Kayambwe, Stewart, hi. Here in Kampala, it's evening. Good evening to you, dear. Nam, hi Aaron, hi Nam. I'm in Uganda, but I don't have A level, but A Taira. You don't have A level. I'm very sorry to say that they consider A level. I don't have different words from that. They consider A level for Uganda. If you don't have A level, please think otherwise. I can't motivate you, but just to tell you the truth, they take A level because they want the number of high school uh, in Uganda, the number of years in high school in Uganda, that is the A level. However much O level is also a high school, but it doesn't make the number of years one has to be in high school as equivalent to the number of years in America. So that's why they consider A level. I wish they could consider O level. That's my wish because many of the Ugandans we try to branch. When we reach O level, we branch to uh, other stuff. So and O level it's a level which is powerful. When you look at Uganda education, it's also powerful. It doesn't mean you never went to school. For instance, most of us have we stopped in senior six and went to the world to make to earn a living. Just because when you look at university, it's hard. The tuition, the years you spend there is hard. Some people they just branch and do their other things. But when you look at O level, they are not considering it, but it's a prominent level when you look at the high school in Uganda. So yes, by God's grace, you will be a winner. I'm telling you guys, if you applied for DV 2025, let me tell you one thing. Right. You have to do is to go and check your results. Check your results because one day you're gonna be happy. You're gonna tell us your story. You're gonna tell us your story when you're selected. You'll be a chance to apply again and again until I was, I was selected the second time and finally low after need to take supporting document and I wish all of you can understand. So, in DV lottery, it was your passport biological and marriage certificate. If you those are like 4 to 5 you asking for those supporting documents. Why? I'm telling you the reasons why they ask for the. I'll tell you why nowadays the rules, however much you don't send those supporting documents, they will continue to process your case until documents. So what happened before around DV 2020? Further to uh, people who sent in their uh, earlier than those who sent their DS260 after. Meaning, if December, I see somebody saying my network is not good. I've switched from Wi-Fi to mobile data. Hope my network is good now. Hope my network is good. So somebody can write either good or still non good. You can inform me through the. So what I was saying is, let me just repeat myself for those who did not get my information due to the network problem. What I in somebody asked about, yeah, now it's good. Okay, somebody asked, as in, thanks for the update. Can you talk about the new law that after filling your DS260, you do not need to send in your supporting documents, and that you need to take supporting document to the interview? So that's what I was answering. I said, when before 4 years, around DV 2020. So before 4 years, I was telling you guys that they used to consider when you submit in your DS260, immediately you have to send in your supporting documents. So what has changed is now when you submit your DS260, you you don't need to send in your documents. You just have to wait until your current. And for me, what I always tell people is you can, after submitting in your DS260, they give you a period of 2 to 3, like 1 month, 2 2 months to give to, like, you have to give them some time to process your DS260. You have to give them some time to process your DS260. So with if for example, if 1 month passes and 2 months passes, what you can do is send them an email to ask them about how far is your DS260. For example, you send them an email asking, did you guys receive my DS260? Did you guys process my DS260? Keep asking them. For example, they tell you they haven't yet processed it. Give them more time so that you can ask them again after 1 month, so that you keep following up. Don't just submit your DS260 and forget about following up. So, what another thing is, before submitting your DS260, because sometimes you are rushing, you want to submit your DS260 to let the process hurry up. So what you have to do first, make sure the information you're putting in your DS260 is right. If if you need a consultant, you can consult from people who have already gone through the process. Don't just do and think you have done everything right. Consult. Consult from YouTube, consult from those videos on YouTube, how to fill it up. Because some of you will reach places like how to put a host, how to put those mailing box numbers, mailbox. For example, they ask you, who is gonna be your host? What can you put there? Then it goes to the other part of the questions in the DS260. Those sensitive questions. Some of you might say, there's a question they will ask you, like, there will be a question like, do you wanna get social security? And you have to say yes. And some of you are not saying no. It means when you come to America, you're not going to work. So we need to avoid those instances where you answer wrongly. For example, are you married? And you say you're married, yet you're not. Consult from somebody who has gone through this process. Because some of you have been dating and you thinking, because since you have a child, you're married and you're putting your status as married, which is wrong. So you have to put single. If you want to marry, then fill in the DS260 as married when you have the right documents like a marriage certificate from the church or from the court of law. Even if you do an introduction, the local Kwanjula introduction, African cultural marriages, go on to process for the legal marriage certificate from the government. There, the embassy will recognize your marriage, your traditional marriage, as a official marriage because you have that marriage certificate from the national body. So, as I was telling you guys about the changes which took already place like 3 years ago is nowadays, and this will also apply for DV 2025. Once you receive uh, the first notification from the uh, KCC that you have been selected, please find out, get your information together, and start filling the DS260. And another thing, consult somebody, consult in the groups, consult. I've reached these questions, how to go about it. Because without consulting, you might mess up. Some of you have different birth dates. Some of you have 3 names. You have 4 names. You want to include all your names, which is wrong. Just include those names which are on the passport and same names which are on the certificates. Yeah. So if you have any question, you can put it down in the comments so I can read it and try to answer it for you. DS260 is what? So some of you who don't know a DS260, for example, you're applying for a job, they will ask you to bring a CV. So in Dvlottery, a DS260 is a CV which they will send you to fill online from the government, the kind of information they need from you. Information about you, like in the CV, you have information about you, the number you use, the email you use, your location, your education background, your work background. Then they will further ask you, for example, in the DS260, they will ask you where you're gonna be staying in America. That is the address where they will send your IDs, your green card, where they can find you, or your number one first contact. That will be your address and who lives there. Then they will further take you to the security questions, which they will ask that, are you part of uh, terrorists groups, which you have to answer no. If you really want to come to America, they will further ask you questions like, is your father alive? Your mother alive? Questions about your mother, your father, your family members. If you're married, they will ask you about your wife. And in those security questions, they will even ask you about the women circumcisions, which you have to say that you don't you don't support it. Wait, no. Go to the- okay. Sorry, I have my son here, and he's trying to cause chaos here. Wait, please. Mm. Come on. Sorry. Go to the TV. So, sorry for that. Oh, come. Okay. Okay. So, sorry for that. As I was telling you, a DS260 is that document which your America wants to know more information about you, and you have to fill it right. If you don't fill it right, you might end up being denied a visa for nothing. So, guys, when you're filling out a DS260, don't think don't think it's just a simple answer yes or no. Especially at that part, there's a part where they will ask either they will ask a lot, even what you didn't know that they might ask. For example, they will ask about if you have ever worked for people who smuggle uh, things, who smuggle drugs, who smuggle human beings, human traffickers. Uh, so those kind of questions you will always say no, 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 no. They will even ask, have you ever been into the government and you misused the government's money, or you misuse the public what property? So those are the small questions. Once you say yes, they will not they will determine you as ineligible, because in US everything they want it on the right track. They want somebody who comes to USA as a genuine person, a humble person, somebody who has done his high school and is really coming here to develop the country. They don't want somebody who's going to come and cause commotion, kavuyo, somebody who is seeking uh, to join terrorism. They don't like that. So whatever you answer in the DS260 is what is gonna be covering it up. And one thing which we always forget is to submit after your DS260 is done. Let me tell you guys the common mistakes we do is after filling your DS260 and you submit it, you think everything is done, which is which isn't right. You have to go again, fill a separate DS260 for your whoever is in your family. Either you're taking them or no. You fill a separate DS260. For example, you're married and you have two kids. You have to go again, fill a separate DS260 for your wife and put your wife's parents, their location, your wife's education, your wife's telephone number. Again, you go to the security questions again, the ones which you did in your DSTC. You go to them, you answer them. Same thing, you have to go to your child's. You have to go and fill a separate DS260 for your child. And when you reach there, add yourself as the father, add your wife as the mother. If you're not married to that lady, to that person who is your baby mother, uh, you have to add her, but maybe you're not taking her, but you have to add her, like where you need to add her. And again, if you, as I said, you have two kids, you have to still also separate these two six for another kid. It doesn't matter that you filled one separate DS26 for yourself and the others, they are included there. Yes, they are included there, but you have to fill. If, for example, you have four, your wife and two kids, you have to fill yours, again, fill for your wife, fill for your one kid, fill for another kid. That is the most hard part about filling DS260. It's time consuming, but it's necessary. You reach the embassy and they will ask you to go back and fill it, which will surprise you a lot. For me personally, I reached the embassy and the embassy, they asked me to go out and fill it because I'd taken it for granted. And I almost lost my chance because I was expecting interview, but they told me, Aaron, go back and fill a separate DS26 for your wife and your son. Then you come back, then we can give you an interview. So when I came back, she told me, okay, now I can see your DS260, your DS260 for your wife and for your son. Now you can proceed. Wait for the interview. So if any of you has any question, you can comment so we can talk about it. But at the moment, I want to tell the DV lottery, the DV 2025, that get ready, get ready. Most of you are gonna get surprised because DV lottery is meant for you people, not for us who are already here. It's meant for you who is there, who has done his high school, who wants to apply to come to America uh legal, who wants to migrate to America. If you want to migrate to America, Dvlottery is for you. If you, because some people are really in their country and they are feeling comfortable. But if you have a dream, American dream, Dvlottery is meant for you. And yes, it's true. People are winning, people are getting selected, and they're coming here. The process is very easy, though it takes a little bit of money, but that money is worthy to pay. When you come here, you will earn it in a week. For example, it has taken you $2,000, 1,000 for the process, another 1,000 for the air ticket. When you come here, those $1,000 you can make them within 2 weeks. Some of you, you could even make 1,500, $2,000 when you have worked here for a while. You can make it in 1 week. There is plenty of work. If you want to ask me about work, go ahead, ask me in the comment. I'll be answering you. So somebody else is saying, if you are using high school, did the grades you get matter? For me, what I tell people, if you have a senior six, and may, for example, you have only one subject which you did well. For example, you got a uh, you only passed two subjects or one subject, they will still take you. Unless you failed all subjects, that one it will look awkward, but still they might take you because they ask for a high school certificate. They might take you. God might blind their eyes and they won't look at your grades. Stop thinking grades will limit you. Even once, if you pass one subject, they will still take you. But if you fail all, you just pray God blind in their eyes. They won't look at uh, how you failed your high school. But grades don't really matter. That's what I can say. Grades don't really matter. What about work experience? But I'm Taylor, but God is grace. You're Taylor, as you can say. Work experience is a broader question. Work experience. You have to go to the website. There is some work which is considered by the government, by the USA government. If your tailor job belongs there, then it can add up. But what I tell people is, if you have senior four, you can try to get more certificate like nursing. If you're tailor and you have a certificate in tailoring, and in that tailoring you have experience beyond 2 years, 3 years, you can go ahead and defend yourself when you reach in the DV lottery. When you reach the interviewer, you go and defend yourself, but defend yourself referring the consular who is asking you questions to the DV lottery rules. That's how you can defend yourself. For example, you gave birth, to a child after your initial entry, and here you did not add that child on your initial entry, and when you're selected, now you're adding a child. Remember, in the first place, you didn't have a child. Now you have another child whom you just gave birth to. So when you reach the consular and the consular is trying to ask you, how come you added a child? You can defend yourself like, before applying, when I applied in the first place, I was pregnant. After getting selected, that time I have my child. That's how I'm adding him or her, because he or her qualifies. Even those who were single in the first place when you applied as single, and after being selected, now you're adding your wife. You're marrying, then adding her. That time you have a certificate which shows you're married. Those things happen. Me too, I did it. I married after getting selected the second time. And I added my wife. I never wanted to leave my wife. And when we reached the interviewer, there was a few questions about our relationship, which we answered right. And he looked into our photos, yet we had a relationship. We had dating photos, uh, relationship photos. So he accepted our 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 visa. He approved it. So somebody else, the first day you arrive at the airport, who picked you up here in America? Okay. The first day I arrived at the airport, I had my auntie here. If you don't have anyone in America or in any country, it's hard. Life is hard. Relocating to a new country, and for those who have never traveled, it feels like you are an alien. You're an alien. Like you know nothing. You're going to a different world. You're African. You're seeing everyone is white. You don't know anyone there. It's hard. Life is hard, and people have went through that kind of life. People have came to America without knowing anyone, and life hasn't been easy for them. They had to try to befriend people they find at the airport. If they find a Ugandan, luckily enough, they might befriend that one, and he might help them to start a life in America. For example, you people tend to ask for the nearest Ugandan church. So, or if they are Muslim, they ask for the mosque. But mostly here there are churches. So when you come, you don't know anyone, you can go to that church. And what I ask people is, if you don't have a host, look for those churches in America. Those churches, they have people, they have addresses. Use their address. Tell them, I'm born again, I'm a Catholic, I'm this and this. I need to use your address, because there are churches, they are there to help people. There is uh, churches for the Catholics, churches for the born agains, churches, even the mosque. There are mosques here. So those people, they will help you to start life when you come here in America. I've been into those. I went to Catholic church when I was new. I went to born again churches when I was new. I went to a gathering for tribe gathering, like Baganda, Basoga. I went there and I felt like, uh, especially here in Massachusetts. I can't say for other states. Here in Massachusetts, sometimes you feel like I belong here, because you have found people who speak your language, people who have the same faith, who believe in the same God. So what I mean is, uh, for me, in my position, I had my aunt here who helped me. If you're there, you don't have anyone, try to use the churches. So another question would be, will I be denied if I have my child from different mother during the interview? No, 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 you won't be denied. You won't be denied. For example, you have your child from a different mother and you are married to a different lady. Or else, okay, do you have documents for that lady? The consular is gonna look at your case like, do you really have a genuine relationship with this current lady? For example, you don't even have a child and you have brought this lady to the interview. The consular will be like, do you have a genuine relationship with this lady? The consular will ask a little bit of questions for like, who is okay, who is the mother of your child? You will provide a birth certificate. That will be a good evidence. Okay, he might not ask more. Then he will ask, is this current relationship you are in genuine? Maybe you married somebody who is gonna help you get connection to America. Like she's gonna provide assistance, financial assistance. However much it's not a fake relationship or it's a genuine relationship, he's gonna try to find out if indeed your relationship is legit. So you as an individual who is selected and you're bringing this lady to your case, you have to have a marriage certificate, first of all. Then you have to have evidence of a relationship. You have to have things like photos together, dating, photos of the marriage ceremony, photos of you together traveling, photos of you with your family members, with her family members. So you with her family members, your lady with your family members. If you're having that kind of scenario, try to create a relationship in the photos. You can different hairstyle, however much your relationship is legit, create these photos for your relationship. Go ahead, let her make different hairstyle, go to different places, go to the bars, take selfies. Even you, shave off your hair. Try to create these moments, which is gonna convince the consul like these people have been together for a few years. And also the question is gonna ask you, ah, about you guys, how did you start dating? Go through these kind of questions together and provide yourselves answers which you'll give to the consular if you are asked. For example, if he takes one of you away, let it be that however much you're separated, both of you have the same answers. Like, which kind of food does your husband eat? You have to know. Oh, does your spouse eat like your wife eat? You have to know. In the morning, what is the first thing he does? Or what is the first thing you do? They might ask either of you any question. Like, okay, do you know about the first thing he normally does? What is the color of your dining? Color of your sitting room couch? Where did he go for his high school? You see, those kind of questions. Where does he stay? What is the name of his father, mother? You have to know those small questions. so that when they ask you, you are able to know. It's like make revision about your relationship. Don't just go to an interview without knowing more about both of you. So, can you provide someone with I-34 form, abductor support? I can. I can provide somebody, but I have also my, uh, you have to meet my requirements. Then questions about providing avid of support. Remember, there is I-34 form, avid of support. There is W4 form. There is tax return returns forms. Then there is ID identification. They're like three sensitive. I would say there are four. First of all, the address, then the I-34 form, the affidavit of support, then the taxi return, then the ID. This is what I can tell you guys. If somebody gives you the tax forms, just use that, go to the consular. If he or she can give you more about like the ID, well and so good. If they can give you the others too, well and so good. If that person doesn't give you the ID and they give you the tax forms, these tax forms, they have everything the consular needs. They have the the money he makes. Like the consular can tell that this person is able to care for you. They have the the alien number that is so important. They have the alien number, they have the social security number, they have the phone number, they have the names. So this the most important form is the tax forms. Not everyone who is in America pays tax. I don't want people to hear. Not everyone pays tax. It's a must. So if your host doesn't pay tax, they don't consider him or her as a good host. So they will never accept anyone without tax forms to host you. That's why it's very important to get those tax forms. If you have those ones only, I have ever hosted Rachel here on my channel, and she said she only had the tax forms. She didn't have the ID, she didn't have the affidavit of support. She only had the tax form. Either new or old, still the consular will use that to determine. I'm almost going off because I wanna go to work. Will they need a consent letter from the mother of the child? If she can provide that consent letter, well and so good. Just be over prepared than being less prepared. And try to get the birth certificate. The birth certificate is already telling that the mother is there, and the mother, this her name. So if the birth certificate is available, that is one of the very good documents. Then the consent letter is important, but I don't think it is an issue at the embassy, because if you're not married to that person and you're not taking that person, why they will put more emphasis on her? They don't need to know more about her. Since they have you, if you are the mother or you are the father, they have you. It's you to really assure them that this is my child. I have documents for him. I take care of him or her. They want to give him a what? A future. I want to take her or him to America. I want him to study from there. So, however much this child has a separate parent in Uganda whom you're not taking, I think it doesn't carry a lot of weight. What carries a lot of weight is, do you have documents to show that that child is yours. That's what matters. And be confident. Be confident. They're not there to deny you. Small things, they will not even look at them. For example, a consent letter. Maybe they might need it if you're not so confident. But if you can get it for yourself to feel motivated, to feel at peace. So then they're asking without A-level certificate and work experience. Without A-level and work experience, there's no qualification there for you. Mostly without A-level for Ugandans, the work experience is a hassle. The work experience matters in two ways. It matters if you have a senior for O-level certificate. So you're adding work experience as something they can consider as work experience added on to O-level. And that work experience, for example, you are a nurse. You have the certificate for a nurse. You have another certificate for any kind of thing which gives you training for 2 years. You are a policeman. You branched and did a certificate in accounting. Certificate, you're a mechanic, and you have a if you don't have a certificate, just go to NASA. They give certificate for mechanic. But make sure you have photos you doing that kind of work. But still, I don't recommend you guys to go to NASA. But the only thing you have to do is get that company you work in to provide you a certificate. If it doesn't provide a certificate, go to the boss, make one for yourself. But using the names and the contacts of your bosses. Even if you stopped in senior 4, go to the churches, do a Bible study. There is those certificates they give you through the churches. They consider them. Those Bible studies, like you know about Bible, you are a priest. You have learned religious stuff. You are able to preach. Those are also considered. Even work experience in NGOs, they are considered. You have helped in the municipal council, they give you certificate. You have helped them. You have a counselor. You are those things they consider a lot if you're doing something for your country, however much it's not a professional job. You are a teacher, you're a nurse, you are a priest, you branch from senior 4. If it needs work experience, just get it. Get those additional certificates, add on to your senior 4. It will really make sense. Then somebody else is asking what happened when you Dvlottery and you're not in your country. I mean, you were in another country for education, career, and how about time? I mean, you given limited time to process next time. For example, you're in India, you studied in India, it actually, when you're in India, you can process your Dvlottery in India and go to the American embassy in India, and still they will recognize you as an African. They will process your Dvlottery as a Ugandan, as a Kenyan, as a Nigerian. But Nigerians are not accepted. Even Indians are not accepted. Even Philippines are not accepted into Dvlottery. But as you, an African, they will consider you according to your country, and they will process your DV through wherever you are. It doesn't matter. If you're in UAE, stay in UAE, stay with your job, process your Dvlottery from there. The only thing you have to do, you might need to go back home, get the documents. And if you have lived in a separate country for a long time, please get an additional uh, letter, police letter from your original country and that country where you are. Watching from Botswana. Hi, guys from Botswana, Malawi, Cameroon. I love you so much. Those in UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, I always appreciate you guys. I myself have ever traveled and I'm still traveling. Uh, y- you can take long as you can. Is RN a good career to pursue in your state? In Massachusetts, I think when you talk about RN, it means you know much about what you're talking about. RN is a good career, but when you come here, you have to know that RN takes time to study. Around, if you RN, it takes 3 to 5 years just to get the course done. I also applied to do this RN, but I haven't started it because I'm still settling in. I have a lot I'm doing, so I felt like I don't have enough time for RN. Maybe LPN. LPN is another nursing course, which is also good. It also earns good, but RN earns better. LPN earns good. Then CNA also earns something. Then HHA also is good. Any course in America, it puts you somewhere. So, Aaron, as I've told you, hope I'm clear about that. Guys, why don't you have a WhatsApp group to help us that you're coming to from Uganda? I have a WhatsApp group. Uh I make people to join. It's African group. It doesn't matter you're from Uganda, it doesn't matter you're from wherever. It's an African group. I can even add people from Asia. We use we use all kinds of language. We use English as our number one language. Then, if you want that group, you can. I have mine. I'm always posting my number, Ugandan number, which I used to add you guys. That is +256 757 04 82 89. I will link you to the group. If you're really interested, just send me your on my WhatsApp. Then I will link you. Wait, go back, go back, go back, go back. So perhaps the results are released today. Are you going to be given a limited what? So you're asking perhaps the results are released today. Are you going to be given a limited time to go to the embassy to process, or you can take up to a year as long as you won the lottery? If you win, I'll give you the exact period of time DV lottery fiscal year runs. For example, you win this May. Wait, no, no, no. Go back, go watch TV. Go watch TV, okay? If you win May, interviews will start. You want to eat banana? If DV starts in May, winning will be in May, getting selected will be in May. Then interviews will start in October until the next September. Hope I'm clear. So, meaning you have the whole year, but remember you have to submit in your DS260. You have to work onto your papers. If you can't submit your DS260, you cannot wait. Just submit your DS260. Let the process go on normally. Yeah, you cannot just say I will submit my DS260 after a year when I'm interested. You have to either be interested now or not. This is a process. You cannot just wake up one morning, okay, today I need an interview. No. You submit your DS260, then the KCC will process your DS260. Then after DS260, you'll be given an interview. But always it takes a period of 1 year. When go watch TV. So please call my number again. The number is +256 757 04 82 89. Then hey, if embassy cancels your appointment and send you another date for interview, do you use the same 2NL sent on the yes, 2NL doesn't change. 2NL doesn't change, guys. 2NL doesn't change. There's nothing which changes. Only the date will change, but 2NL doesn't change. 2NL doesn't change, guys. Video. We shall have another video some other day. Thank you for watching. If you have any more question, you can still comment. I can answer you in the comment, or else take my WhatsApp number, join our groups. We have DV2025, we have DV2024. And next month, we shall make another group for DV2025 selectees. So you guys can discuss more and more about your Dvlottery progress. For the current year, we have DV2024 and they are on. We have a group too. If I have, wait, please. So you're asking if I have transcript and certificate copy. Is it okay? Yes. Certificate copy. Where is the original certificate? There. When you say certificate copy, you have to use the original. The original. After you get the visa, can you hold until you're done with your education? Career, for example, go for visa on January, then you can go next 9 months. So you're saying maybe if you're done with your high school and you're in university and you win, it's you to decide. If you win and you're still doing your master's or degree, it's you to decide. But the visa always has 6 months. For example, in the fiscal year, the visa has 6 months. If the fiscal year ends, you cannot renew your visa. Unless, for example, the visa, you got the visa in the fiscal year, that is October, and the fiscal year still adds 9 months to go, and the visa expires, and you wanna renew, you can still renew your visa in the fiscal year. But again, you have to apply at the embassy to renew your visa. That means you have to go to the embassy and take your passport. That is another long process. Guys, I don't want you guys to be in trouble, like lose your chance just because of small reasons. Let me tell you one thing. If you want to come to America, you want to live a life, it doesn't matter what you're doing in your country. Just give it up. You can come here, you continue with your studies, and it's much better here than your country. Come here. University send me a certified true copy of okay, if that is a certified copy, you can use that. If the university stamps on it and it's a certified copy, it's allowed. You can use a certified copy, but you cannot just photocopy and take. Yeah, A university certified copy, it's allowed. You have the original transcript. It's allowed. And let me tell you one thing about Dvlottery. You don't need even to bring your university papers. But if you want to bring them out, bring them out. The only thing which they need mostly is their high school uh, A-level certificate. If you have that one, even if it's not certified, they take it. It doesn't matter you have many degrees, masters. You can bring them and show them to the consular, yet they can consider you according to that because you cannot go to university without senior six. So either you bring the university copies or use the A level. Very simple. Use the A level. Nobody will deny you a visa for that. A level is enough. University is an extra. It doesn't matter. Either certified or non certified, it doesn't matter. Okay, guys, I'm leaving and thank you for coming to my live. We shall be having another live video and even have somebody here to share his or her story. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel, guys. Don't forget and share the videos.